John Robinson, tower captain at St Michael's Church, Framlingham, gave this talk on the church bells in the ringing chamber on Saturday, October the 27th, 2012.
10 o'clock. Come on. This is the Elegant apparatus, which again there's an article in the Town Fran Fair. Okay? Ready?
Oh, okay.
Upset the tongue.
Well done.
You probably also remember reading that back in 1840, Reverend Ellicott in Gloucestershire fed up with his drunken ringers. In those days it was multiple drinking, not that. And he invented this apparatus, and so he could say very politely goodbye to all the ringers and dispense with them. And if these are properly connected up, they can be played Dutch fashion by hitting the hammers, or the levers rather, with fists. We only use it now at Christmas time when the tunes are played. And on a Sunday, we link up this one for the Sanctus bell. So I just remember to put it back. So that can be chimed from below, yeah. Back in those days, it wasn't very safe to drink water, but it was safe to drink beer. It was called half beer, I think, that's it was diluted. And so there's a lot of beer swashing around, so there are quite a few people tottering around as well. In fact, we came across the church tower in Oxfordshire, where the local vicar had bricked up one of the doors to make sure they couldn't take a barrel through. So it was quite a problem.
Dennington, you've got your jugs there, haven't you?
Yes.
For the beer still.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're leather jugs.
Well, there's a proper one.
Yours are proper ones, aren't they? We've seen leather ones anyway. So that's finished with the talk about those. We've had bells in this tower since the 15th century, which is quite a while ago. It was augmented to 8 when George I came to the throne. We entertain youngsters up here every now and then when we're asked to, and one day I was floored by one young chap. Obviously he'd had a school project, and he said, "Who was on the throne when that bell was cast?" And I hadn't got a clue. So I went home and checked up, and we range all the way from Henry VI to Edward VII. My favourite bell is this one, number 6. That's Elizabeth I. So when we eventually go on, we can have a look at these bells and see as they are. I wanted to do it. Thank you very much.
I'm hiding it.
Here is a working model of a bell. The wheel is just a big lever. That's all. Because we're shifting quite heavy bells. The lightest bell weighs 400 weight, and the heaviest is just over 3/4 of a ton. And so the bigger the bell, the bigger the lever. Now, this is a full wheel. Bell ringing didn't start off like that. There was just a lever with a rope, and you just clanged the bell, and the bell hit the clapper that way round. But as time went on, people increased the amount of wheel. By the time Henry VIII was on the throne, we had half wheels. And people suddenly realised that the bigger the section of the wheel, the more control you have over the bell. And eventually you can pause the bell. And this piece of wood here is called a stay, and on a full bell, you can park the bell like that. And once the bells are up, you can start ringing straight away, and you can finish when you like. People got fed up with just playing bells, say 1 to 8 in sequence, and they started changing the order in which the bells could be heard, and that was the beginning of change ringing. The most famous man around this way for inventing change ringing was a chap called Stedman. He was a printer, and he lived in Cambridge, and he invented a principle called Stedman triples, Stedman doubles, and so on. I won't go into the intricacies of that, but it doesn't matter. It's one of the prettiest methods. Good, now I'll show you the bells in action. Okay? How many ringers we got today?
6.
2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5. 6. Yes, we'll put up 6. While these are being loaded, I might point out that on Gala Day, some years ago, the replica peal of 250 years ago was wrong, and I amused myself by copying the format of 250 years ago on that small print there. You can have a look at it later on. I went to Gattaca Road some years ago to chase up how many peals that were on here, and I found a replica of a notice in the local newspaper, which is reproduced there in the top one, telling the people that a peal had been wrong. It's very quaint wording anyway. Have a look. Alison Trouble. Oh, you can't hang up. Number 2. We'll put up 5 on their own, which gives me an opportunity to do something else. This will take a few moments.
Look to Treble's going, she's gone.
That was ringing, as distinct from chiming. This bell is down, and with a bit of effort, you can chime it. It's easy. Practically every youngster in Sally itself. If you're not careful, of course, you can break a stay. I didn't explain it. A stay is rather like a fuse.
Would you
In
like
an
to sit
electrical system,
there?
if you open the system too
I
much,
stay here now.
the stay breaks. And in doing so, it saves the frame. The frame is rather valuable. Right. Treble? 5.
All we have to do, we don't have to pull hard, we just have to pull it down. And the weight of the bell takes it down like a child on a swing.
Yes.
Once you've got it up, you only have to give it a little push.
Number 2.
Is this the heaviest? That's the heaviest of the 6 we're ringing. That's actually the very heaviest.
I'll go back to history. People started just changing the order in which the bells rang round by calling. 3 ring after 1, 4 ring after 5, and so on. But that became boring, and people started invented what are called methods. We'll have a go at a plain course of plain bob doubles, which is one of the easiest methods. It won't take long. Shan't go and stop. One plain course.
Look to Trevor's going, she's gone.
Those who are musical, you notice we finished on a scale. And that's when it finishes on a scale. Now that particular method has been run for well over 300 years. They become more and more complicated. We don't keep, on the whole, we don't keep numbers in our heads. You don't have to be mathematical or even musical. You need a sense of rhythm and just be reasonable with it. We have seen some globe-like people really, but they can manage all right. Sorry, I'm out of breath. We will go upstairs eventually and see the bells themselves. Has anybody seen pictures of bells being cast and so on? You know how it works?
Yeah, we went.
You went to the farm.
Yeah, a long
That's
time ago.
right, yes. Well, coming back to what we keep in our heads. On the board here is a zigzag line. If you join up all the twos in the change ring, you get this pattern in this particular method. And this is what we keep in our heads. We keep what's called a line. Some people call it a blue line, which goes back into history. It went back in years ago, the printed books had the path of one of the bells traced out in blue. No longer true. So this is what we're trying to do at this tower on Tuesday nights, trying to learn this particular method. It's on 6 bells, which makes it a bit more adventurous. This afternoon we got some visiting ringers. They're coming up from Canterbury, from the cathedral, and they'll be ringing all 8 bells. So we should hear some good ringing. Should do, anyway. Mind you, we had a band of visiting ringers the other day who couldn't ring some of the bells, which amused us a bit. Shall we troop upstairs? Can we hoist the bells safely, please? Ropes up. We're very conscious of safety in the tower, because these bells, if you're not careful, you can be levered upwards to the roof, which is quite exciting. No, all months of footballs up. Hold up. On the way up, do you want to have a look at what can be seen of the clock? Would you like to?
Yes,
Okay.
please.